Rahman Rahim. Dear students, it is class 11 and subject zoology, and our today's topic is features of cell theory. Features of cell. Dear student, I have already told you that the cell is the basic fundamental structural and functional unit of every living organism, and then I have already told you about the cell biology, that is the branch of biology which completely deals with the study of cell is called the cell biology. And then we call that cell biology which deals with the completely the chemistry, the genetic, the heredity, and the products about each feature of the cell. Now there are certain features of cell. There is a modern version of the cell and the old version of the cell. Now the first feature of the cell is that, as per the scientists are concerned, that every organism is made up of cell and the products of the cell. Every organism. This is the first feature, that every organism is composed of a cell and their products. That is why the composition of every living organism is a cell and its products. That's the first feature, that every organism is composed of a cell and their products. The second feature is that body of every organism is composed of cells. Body of every organism is composed of cells. The first feature, that every organism is composed of cell and its products, or it is their products. The second feature is that body of every organism is composed of a cell. The third feature is that all the activities of every organism. Activities of every organism. The activities of every organism is the sum total activities of the cell. Is the sum total activities of the cell. That's I would like to understand this. Activity of every organism is the sum total activities of the cell. What are the activities of the cell? This is the activity of the, in other words we can say this is the activity of the every organism, because every organism is composed of cell and it is products. And in other words we can say that body of every organism is composed of cells, and activities of every organism is the sum total activities of the cell. If we talk about the next feature of this cell, that is, cells are the fundamental units of life. Cells are the fundamental or basic units of life. That is the fundamental, that we, in other words, we can say that the basic stone of every living organism are the cells. That is the cells which are the fundamental and the basic units of life in regard to their structure, function and other performance. We can say that cells are the basic and the fundamental units of life. The next feature is that cells can survive independently. Cells can survive independently, but the cell organelles cannot. But the cell organelles cannot. That means cells can survive independently, but the cell organelles cannot survive independently. The next feature is that all the metabolic activities occurs in the cells. All the metabolic activities occurs in the cells. Yani all the metabolic activities are only possible because of the cells. Then the next feature is that life can passes from one generation to the next generation. Life can passes from one generation to the next generation with the help of cells. With the help of cells. Yani life can passes from one generation to the next generation with the help of cells. Next point is that genetic information can be stored and expressed only with the help of cells. Genetic information. Genetic information can be stored and expressed only with the help of cells. So that we can say that life can pass from one generation to the next generation only with the help of cells, and genetic information can be stored and expressed only with the help of cells. These are the features of the cell. Then growth and development of the organism directly or indirectly depends upon the growth of the cell. Growth and development of the living organisms can directly or indirectly depend upon the growth of the cells. The next feature is that life exists only with the help of cells. This already clear to you that life exists only with the help of cells. There are so many countless features of the cells and the cell theory. These are the few I have discussed here, the certain features of the cell, and later on it will be discussed tomorrow, the composition of the cell. Inshallah, tomorrow we will discuss the composition of the cell, how cell is composed and what are the different parts of the cell. Thank you.